A quaint little village that time has forgotten, but lately a bunch of strange occurrences have caused fear among the community. What happened to Joseph Vanderburgh? What illness has befallen business mogul Conrad Peckstein? Why has Henri Trist returned after so many years? And what is up with that Nascenti woman? Welcome to Rodeburg. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We're here today with another look at a Sims 2 custom neighbourhood. Now back in the infancy of my channel, I did have a video saying let's look at Washer Village, and we kind of did a neighbourhood overview. We looked at all the families, we looked at some of the community lots, and we just had a little gander at the neighbourhood. Now that is one of my most popular videos, if not my most popular video, but it was back when I was still very bad at editing, and I'm not saying I'm good now, but I'm slightly better. So I thought what we would try and do is have a look at another custom world and just see if we can do a better job of that. So the world we're looking at today is Rodeburg. I picked this one because this is a completely CC free neighbourhood. All it requires is like the Sims 2 Ultimate Collection basically. You would need all the expansions and I think most of the stuff packs. It definitely requires mansion and garden. But this one sounded really interesting. I like the idea of the backstories. So let's dive right in. So Rodeburg contains 14 lots and 16 playable characters, 4 of whom are dead at the beginning of the neighbourhood. And there is only one NPC, and that is a paperboy. So the original creator says in their post how they've taken so many steps to ensure that this neighbourhood is corruption free and won't break people's games, which is amazing because The Sims 2 is a massive pile of corruption most of the time. Obviously, I will leave the link down to the original creator's post, and you can download the neighbourhood and everything from there and have like a more in-depth read of what they've done. However, we are going to take a look at the neighbourhood story and meet some of the families. So first up, we have the Legrands. The Legrands are the oldest family around. Their family tree dates back to the olden times, and past family members were said to be close friends with the counts of the county. After a string of terrible tragedies, the current family members have to fight for the survival of the name Legrand. Conrad Peckstein, young entrepreneur, successful businessman, shooting star, party animal. Conrad Peckstein, retiree, invalid, recluse. No one knows what's happened to him and what that strange woman's got to do with it. Siblings Emil and Alwyn are farmers, just like their parents and grandparents. Cheery and bubbly, Alwyn has always been popular with the rest of the townsfolk, but recently she seems troubled. Does this have anything to do with her brother's sudden retreat? Why did Henri return to Rodeburg after all those years? Is he responsible for some of the tragedies happening around here lately? And are his intentions good or bad? After the untimely and mysterious death of her husband, Liselle struggles to keep her little family afloat. No one knows what happened on that fateful night and how Joseph died, but his death has sent the little village into a frenzy. Some even think that Liselle might have killed him. Anna Nascenti is new in town. Equipped with a sharp mind and a good nose for family secrets, the young journalist is bound to stir up some trouble. So as you can see, the story for the neighbourhood is really in-depth. There is a lot of things going on here. There's a lot to unpack. And I think it all sounds very exciting. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into a couple of the families and take a closer look at them. So first of all, I've decided to jump into the Peckstein house because Conrad here has a mysterious illness. And the first thing I notice as soon as I come into this lot is how nice this house is. This lot is so well made, so well decorated, and I absolutely love it. Okay, we have kind of figured out what is going on with young Conrad here. I think he is a vampire. What's going on here? Oh, I guess the gardens may be meant to look a bit overgrown because he's now like ill and a recluse. But let's take a look at the Sims here. Oops, if I can get in properly. This reminds me quite a bit of the Pleasant House, just the sort of shape of the attic. I can't really get in to look at Conrad properly, but let's try. Oh my gosh. So we also have Judith Wick here. I'm not sure what relation she is to Conrad. I don't know if maybe she is a sort of nurse for him. But he is a romance sim, and his lifetime wish is to become a celebrity chef. So let's have a look here at his relationship panel. So he is romantically involved with Liesel Vanderburgh. He also has a romantic interest in Alwyn. Also, I'm going to apologise just now, just in case I am mispronouncing any of these names. I know the creator said they are originally sort of German and Dutch origin and things, and I'm not entirely sure on some of the pronunciation. So if I have butchered any of them, I do apologise, and please do correct me. And we also have Judith, who he's not even friends with. Okay, let's have a little look at his family tree. It's just him. Cool. He is unemployed, but he has a decent amount of skills. He is an Taurus. So he is sloppy, outgoing, reasonably lazy, playful, and a bit of a grouch. So all the Sims have their own bios and everything as well, which is really nice to see. So Conrad tries to maintain control. He really tries. But in the past, he hasn't always been able to. He's afraid of what he has become and longs for a solution to his problem. Any solution. Okay, that's fun. So he's obviously got like his interests and everything. His one true hobby is games, which he also has some enthusiasm in, which again, very nice touch seeing Sims start out with skills and hobby enthusiasm and things. It just makes them feel that bit more alive. They also have memories, which I absolutely love. So he obviously got his job. We don't have any of when he was a child, but that's okay. They're always the same anyway. I don't know what career he was in. Business. He met everyone. He fell in love. He had first kisses. He is woohooed with Liesel. And he has become a vampire and had to quit his job. So that is very fun. I'm still not entirely sure. Okay, so she now works for the medical career. So I'm guessing Judith is meant to be his carer. So Judith is a knowledge sim who wants to become a city planner. Okay. From what I've seen so far, their lifetime wishes don't particularly line up with their bios, but that's absolutely fine, and that's an incredibly easy fix. So she is, actually, let's just check her relationships first. She does only know Conrad. She doesn't have any family. She is a nurse level 3, so that's fine. She is obviously intended to be his nurse, which I think is a really fun touch. I like that. So she's a Scorpio, she's very neat, she's outgoing, she's active, and she's serious and a grouch. When Judith saw the ad for a live-in nurse in the local paper, she didn't expect this. But life could be worse. Boarding is free, she's living in a freaking mansion, and her employer is kinda hot. She just has to remember to lock her door every night. I like that. I think that's fun. So she obviously has all her interests. She's got a hobby enthusiasm in arts and crafts. So again, I think this is really fun. It makes her character more rounded. I love that. That is a touch I love. She only has got a job in the medical career, but that's fine. Okay, so she's turned on by vampirism and blonde hair. And she doesn't like unemployment. So they're going to have some decent chemistry together. He likes swimwear, makeup, and does not like fat sims. Okay, so that is the sort of Peckstein family. I think this is really interesting. I'm really enjoying the sort of backstories here. I think the lots are really well done. I think they're really well decorated. So far, my impressions of this neighborhood are really positive. I think this is probably one of the better custom neighborhoods I have seen. So next up, I've decided to jump into the Trist Household. This is Henri. He is a fortune sim who wants to become Hand of Poseidon. Also, again, first thing I'm noticing, he is a very good-looking sim. He is a good-looking sim. The house is, sorry for the camera angles, the house is lovely. It even has a little bird cage. Even the gardens look so good. Like, there has been so much effort and thought put into this custom neighborhood, and personally I am in awe right now. This is stunning. So let's take a little look at Henri, because he has quite an interesting backstory. So if you remember from like the bios, he has just come back after years away. So that's going to be quite interesting. He doesn't have many friends. This is Alphonse Legrand, who is an enemy. Sophie, also not quite an enemy, but very close. And he also is not friends with Conrad, so that's interesting. He doesn't have a family. He is a family law attorney, so that is interesting. So he is an Aries. He's neat, he's outgoing, he's active, serious, and grouchy. Henri never managed to get over Louise's death. He is convinced that the stress of her family put her under... let's just start that again. He is convinced that the stress her family put her under led to her demise and vowed to avenge her. Nothing is going to stop him. So I'm guessing Louise might have been a Legrand. So he has all his interests. His main hobby is film and literature, which again, very fun, adds some more dimension to his character. So let's have a look here. Yeah, Louise Legrand is, I'm guessing, was maybe a romantic interest. Yeah. So the love of his life died. And obviously the Legrand family are having a lot of power struggles just now and are trying to maintain their sort of social status. So he believes that is what led to his lover's death. So that's interesting. He had a fight with Alphonse. So that's quite an interesting backstory. There's some sort of feuding going on in this neighbourhood. He likes makeup, black hair, and does not like zombieism. Okay, so that interesting. I like the backstories here. I think they're very well fleshed out, and I do think, as I said before, a lot of work has gone into this neighbourhood, and I appreciate that. Also, I do want to mention that the creator has said in their original post that they have left some of the memories a bit more ambiguous, just because they want to see how other people interpret the story, like the seeds of the story that they've sort of planted here. So I really like that as well, that they have sort of left this up to like imagination as well. Like they've given you enough to work on and to sort of build your story, but then you can run with it basically in whatever direction. And I really, really do like that. So the final family I think I'm going to jump into is going to be the Vanderburgh family. So if we remember, Joseph has had a mysterious death. Some are saying it is to do with the wife who wants to get engaged to our vampire Conrad. So I kind of wanted to just see how this story kind of played out as well. And then we're going to take a look at some of the community lots and see how they look. This house, I also really like this. And I also like they've got a bit of a sort of low-income family in the neighbourhood as well. A lot of the houses are very regal. So it is nice having a smaller house. Just especially since their whole sort of arc at the moment is their struggle. So here we have Liesel, who is in love with Conrad and friends with Alwyn. She is also a nurse at level 3 of the medical career. When Joseph died, Liesel's whole world broke apart. She's trying her best not to let her children notice, but she misses him dearly. If she had known that he would die soon, she wouldn't have done a lot of things she did. Interesting. So their son is called Fritz and their daughter is Irma. So Liesel here is a Cancer. She is neat, she is shy, she's somewhat active, somewhat playful, somewhat nice. I'm guessing she did have an affair while she was married, and that's maybe the regret she has. So she obviously has her interests. Her passion is cuisine, which again, like top marks for me. That really fleshes out her character, and I love it. So she became best friends with Joseph, fell in love, they got engaged, got married, had 2 kids. She did have an affair with Conrad, and then Joseph did die. So yeah, she is harboring a lot of guilt over this affair. However, she is still wanting to move forward with that. But, you know, conflicting because she's also wanting to resurrect him. So that's interesting. Also, her lifetime wish is to become a captain hero. Again, the lifetime wishes don't really seem to tie in with the bio or what's already in place for them. But that is a super easy fix, as I said. And it's not a massive deal breaker here. Let's take a look at Irma. All these Sims are very, very good looking Sims. They all have sort of pleasant faces. Their genetics are different enough to make them interesting, but all of them very good looking Sims. So Irma here is a popularity aspiration. I'm just going to take a little look at their family tree. Yeah, so it is just them. So that's fine. She doesn't really know anybody other than her family in Alwyn. One thing I have noticed is, with obviously it being a village, there is not a lot of like children in this neighborhood. From what I can see so far, I think Irma and Fritz might be the only ones. So, you know, for like carrying this forward and doing like a sort of generational thing, you would need to marry in like NPCs, townies, like university sims, that kind of thing. But that is fine. So she is part-time in the education career and is obviously in school. She doesn't have many memories. She's got her job and her father died. Her turn-ons include formal wear, creativity, and she does not like glasses. Her hobby is music and dance. She's obviously got her interests, and she is a Taurus. So she is sloppy, shy, lazy, playful, and a bit of a grouch. Irma dreams of becoming famous one day. She would love to become a musician just like her father, but for now she'll help out at school in order to support her mother. It's the least she can do. Okay, so her bios kind of set her up for what they feel that Irma should be when she's older. So I really like that. I like how they've given her some direction in life, and you can choose whether you want to follow that or if you want to sort of forge your own path. I like that. And then we have a little Fritz down here. Can't really see him, but he's just a toddler. He's got a very cute outfit. I do like him. But he obviously doesn't have many friendships. He won't have many memories. He does know his hobbies, arts and crafts though, so I think that's fun. Again, it's giving you some direction on where you would want to take Fritz with his story. So he is an Aries, so he is neat, outgoing, active, serious and grouchy. Little Fritz seems to be the only one relatively unaffected by his father's sudden death. He's just too young to remember him. His current interests include chewing on things, playing with the rabbit bobblehead, and cuddling with his mother and sister. So that's cute. That's cute. So I like this. I like this. I don't know if we've checked her turn-ons. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, she likes facial hair, creativity, and does not like athleticism. So yeah, I think we're going to jump into some of the community lots now because we've had a look at some of the families and I am loving it. I really am enjoying the stories that the creator has set up. I'm really enjoying the effort they've been put into all the Sims, all the houses. Everything looks good. It's not one of those ones you look at and immediately think, oh, I would need to give this a makeover. I would need to tweak this. I would need to do this to make it playable. This is a very good custom neighborhood. I am very impressed. The first community lot that I want to take a look at is Rodeburg Castle, just because that one is the name I saw and it just sort of jumped out at me. So we'll just do a quick read of the bio and then we will take a little look inside. So the castle the village was named after means Red Castle, alluding to the last count of this county, who was feared for his bloodthirst. It is now merely a ruin and a popular hangout place for the youth. Very interesting. I like it. I like the sort of, again, fleshed out bios. It just gives the village a sense of realism and does give it, that little extra something. I like it. I do like it. So here we are in the castle grounds, and as they said, it is just a ruin, so there's not any furnishing or anything inside, but the teens have been here and they've made this a secret club area. So we have got a dance floor, a DJ booth, seating areas, a bubble blower, the ball thing, karaoke machines. This is really cool and not at all what I expected in here. Not to mention outside, we do have a little bonfire area, we have a couch, and we have a little ritual place with a gnome at the center. I absolutely love this. I think this is such a fun lot, especially with the juice keg. Such a fun lot, really well thought out, having this teen club in the castle ruins. I absolutely love it. This is just so well done. Words cannot. I am so impressed. From what I can see in the village, there are only 3 community lots, so we are just going to do a quick jump into all of them. So we do have a graveyard in the village, which I do think is a nice touch. because whenever I like to sort of play through neighborhoods, obviously Sims die. So it's nice having somewhere official that they can go. So the bio for the graveyard. One of the oldest remaining lots in Rodeburg. The church that stood next to it was destroyed by fire in the 70s. No one ever bothered to replace it. So nice little bio, it gives some history to the village, gives an idea of what the lot is like. I enjoy it. I'm liking the little history thrown in. It does just really make the village feel like a real village, and I enjoy this. So let's just take a quick look inside. So here we have the graveyard. This is, again, very well decorated. It looks amazing. So we have the little graves here, which is nice. And obviously all like the different plots and everything. They have decorations. We have little like mausoleums, which I don't know if they have anything in them. Not that I can see. I'm also not seeing the tombstones of the Sims that have died in the neighborhood. It does say there's like 4 unplayables because they have died. There's also a little toilet here, which is nice. Yeah, I'm not seeing the gravestones, so I don't know if they were maybe like removed when I installed the neighborhood. I do have the no unlink on delete, excuse me, so it shouldn't cause any corruption. So if you do have, like if you do want to download this neighborhood, I would maybe make sure you have that mod installed. Though honestly, I would recommend you having that mod installed anyway. But no, I can't see the graves, but I do think the graveyard is very well decorated. I do think it looks nice. Also, despite the church having obviously been in a fire in the 70s, I do still like the way it has been set up. This, I think, would be very good for sort of storytelling purposes. So you can actually have like a funeral and bring your Sims here. Very good for sort of screenshots or, you know, machinimas or whatever, or even just if you want to bring them here for like a let's play. I do think this is a very good lot for storytelling. So the third and final community lot in the village is Pizzeria Belladonna. I'm not entirely sure if this was one from the sort of lot bin that was maybe meant to be for Belladonna Cove and the creators just put it in here, or if this is just the name of it. I'm not entirely sure. But this is just your ordinary Italian restaurant. Also features a roller skating rink for reasons. Yeah, let's take a little look inside. Here we are in the Italian restaurant. We have got the roller skating rink here. We have the nice sort of outdoor tables, the vines on the wall. I think that's really cute. And then if we go inside, this again, really well set out. If it was obviously made by the creator, or even if it was just like a renovated Max's lot, I really do enjoy this. So we have a bar area. We have got the actual dine out feature, so this will function as a restaurant. I really like it. I do really like this lot. I think it's nice that we have somewhere in neighborhood you can go for dates and things. I do think it's nice we have somewhere we can take our Sims to. Also, I think the little gate sort of closing off the bar is really cute. So no, I enjoy this community lot. I think this is a really nice community lot. It's nice to have in the neighborhood. Definitely a fan. So there we have it. That is our little overview of Rodeburg. We have looked at some of the families. We've looked at the community lots. I am a massive fan of this neighborhood. I don't know if I've made my point clear enough, all my gushing throughout every single lot we've been to, but this is incredibly well made. Like, the talent that has gone into this is insane. I could only wish to make something as good as this. I love the backstories. I love the interesting characters. I love the sort of well fleshed out Sims that have full bios. They have hobbies. They have memories. I love the church. I love the community lots. I love the sort of history with that. Overall, the neighborhood, very pretty. It's a very nice looking neighborhood. All the lots are well decorated. I don't think anything here really needs a makeover. I think all the Sims look good, the houses look good, and for just being like Sims 2, like vanilla without any CC or anything, this is a fantastic custom world, and I highly recommend. As I said, I will have the link to this neighborhood down below if you do want to try it out, and I definitely recommend checking it out because I have really enjoyed looking at this neighborhood, and I think this would be such a fun one to play. As I said, my only issue is obviously there's not a lot of younger Sims in this neighbourhood. There is only the one family with children. So they have also made Rodeburg available as a subhood. So I think this one would probably tie quite nicely in with Veronaville, just due to the style of the houses and the look of the neighbourhood. So if you wanted a subhood for Veronaville, I do think this would be quite a nice one. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking out the neighbourhood. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have any Sims 2 neighbourhoods that you want me to take a look at and we can do an overview of together, let me know. I am more than happy to check them out. I love looking at custom worlds and seeing what other people have created. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of Rodeburg? Is this a neighbourhood that you'd be interested in playing in? And I do hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider leaving a like and maybe even subscribing, because I would appreciate that a lot. And I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!